Thank you, Rich, and it's really an honor to introduce this first panel, which I think in many ways will set the stage for the next two panels by giving kind of a broad overview of a number of very important topics. The title of this panel is Changing Faces in America, Implications for Older Adults and Their Families. And the goal of this panel is really to learn about trends in the makeup of our aging population in the U.S. and the implications for family caregiving, and also about responses to these challenges and opportunities at both the state level and also in terms of interventions for caregivers and older adults. We have four panelists today. What I'm going to do is to introduce each of them briefly, and I think in the materials that are available to you, you have more extensive bios. First, I just wanted to very briefly introduce myself. I'm Ladson Hinton. I'm at UC Davis, where I'm a professor in the Department of Psychiatry, and I also direct geriatric psychiatry. Our first panelist is Dr. Eileen Crimmins, who is the AARP Professor of Gerontology at the Davis School of Gerontology at the University of Southern California. There she also is the director of the USC and UCLA Center on Demography and Population Health, and also is a member of the IOM and is a nationally recognized leader in demography, and will be talking to us about demographic trends and changes in family economic well-being and family structures. Our second speaker is Dr. Marie Bernard, who's the Deputy Director at the National Institute on Aging of the National Institutes of Health. And we're very grateful to Dr. Bernard for traveling all the way from Washington, D.C. to be here with us today for her presentation. She's the Principal Advisor to the NIA Director, and she's also a Senior Geriatrician, the Senior Geriatrician at the National Institute on Aging, and has been very engaged in doing and focused on, in her own work, on translational work that sort of moves from the bench or basic science to the bedside and community to advance the lives and health of older adults. Her talk is entitled Disability Trends in the Older Adult Population and Their Family Caregivers. Our third talk is by Mariko Yamada, who is a former state assembly member of California's 4th Assembly District from 2008 to 2014, and she also served, quite relevant to her talk here today, as the chair of the Assembly Committee on Aging and Long-Term Care. She's long been a passionate advocate for older adults and their needs at the state level, and has been very passionate also about the increasing diversity of our older adult population and developing policies that meet their needs. Our fourth speaker is Dean Heather Young, who's the Associate Vice Chancellor for Nursing at the Betty Irene School of Nursing at the University of California at Davis. I'm very grateful to have her as a colleague to collaborate with. I have to share that. She is a national leader in nursing and also has a strong interest in the interface between the family and the healthcare system, and also has been very engaged in work on family caregiving with diverse older adults, including Japanese Americans. Her talk will be titled Meeting the Needs of Family Caregivers with Culturally Competent Interventions, and will be presenting a systematic review on interventions for diverse caregivers of older adults. And so I'm going to turn it over now to Dr. Crimmins.